I'm using my old school headphones. Needs more blue. Oh, I just got a notification. Good, those are working. Yeah, I got them back when Amazon Review Trader was still a thing. Gotta tweet this. Yeah, you can probably find these for $1 on Vipon. Or 4 or 5. Did you have to catch yourself? I'm just gonna do fire until it's 280 characters. Just kidding. But seriously. But just kidding. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying to anyone who's like feed is now gonna get blown up. Okay. Whoa, each fire emoji counts as 2 characters. Did not know that. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, we tweeted. They said they can't hear you. No sound on Danny. Thank you, chat.
I don't know why.
Danny, no sound.
All right, there we go. Ooh, I think I'm a little loud.
Gotcha. Ooh, that delay though.
Okay.
Sizable delay on my end. But that's cool. I don't care.
Okay, we good? I think we good.
What's up, everyone? What up, Optic Execution? That's like a really specific name. The Death Stare. It's just a fancy way of saying Death Stare.
The Optic where? Blah, blah, blah.
Optic Execution.
Oh. Or the Stare
What's
Death.
up, everyone in chat?
Matt Ramirez says Fortnite is greater than PUBG. That is false.
Oh.
No, I actually know Matt. But he was just telling me earlier today that he's been playing PUBG, or not PUBG, Fortnite, and I was like, I tried that once. It's too arcadey. Can't do it.
Everyone in chat, let us know how your day is while we wait in our 5-minute buffer period.
Buffering.
Danny, check what I got. Check what I got this week.
Oh, is that the Team Dark? Shh. Everyone saw that, and they could also rewind and press pause. I gotta test my RAM knowledge. Is that the Team Dark RAM? Is that what it's called? Team Dark?
Is.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, that's
the Batarang one.
That's one of the not as well known brands, but I've been seeing them more recently.
Yeah, I was surprised to see that there's like practically no reviews on it.
It'll be fine. It's RAM.
Yeah, and it's 2400 megahertz. So.
Wait, when did you get that one? I thought you were just recently looking for RAM.
I was.
Oh, did you get a used pickup? Craigslist Friday Long? Can I record this?
Yes, but brand new in box.
Oh, nice.
The guy said he was fresh out the military. He said that he kept buying the wrong part, so he gave up.
Oh, I wonder if he needed DDR3 or something.
Well, what happened was he was working on his car at the same time. He showed me all the work on his car. It's so funny that Parallels. It's almost like Jay's 2 cents type thing where he had LEDs in his car, like really clean, and he's like, "I'm just gonna sell this and buy car parts." I was like, "Hey, man."
Your loss is my gain, basically.
Yeah, and he literally said like, basically like, "This isn't my thing. This is so much easier for me." And I was like, "Dude, I could probably figure it out, but." That's the same for me with cars. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Hey, what's up, everyone? Danny and Lee here.
Welcome back to Windows Shop Weekly, the place you can go for some dirt cheap tech. We actually are on the cusp of Black Friday, which I've said that word so many times. I'm sure everyone's sick of it, but
the cusp or Black Friday? Which word?
Black Friday.
I like the word cusp. That's a good word.
Oh man, is it weird that that just randomly popped out of my vocabulary?
usually when that happens, it's because there was like a moment in your life where someone uses it for the first time, and they explain it to you, and then it's like, all right, that's in my vocab now. That's what happened to me, anyways. A teacher back in like freshman year of high school, he explained what cusp is because he used that, saying that we were basically on the edge, or like right, before something. So then it stuck and it ingrained in my head ever since. Sorry, that was a side note.
I better hear that in the next video now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cusp everything up.
Guys, the video is on the cusp of release. We're cusping 50. Anyways, sorry guys. Yeah, we do those side notes if you haven't been here before. And Danny and I have actually, we found out we have like a ton in common. So it's we'll just randomly reference something and the other person will just know exactly what. It's weird.
Okay.
Separated at birth.
Yes.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That the deals are actually pouring in. There's actually some legit good deals, like nonstop.
I just opened one accidentally. I accidentally opened it up, but we will look at it in a second. I might buy it myself. But how's your week, Lee? How you been?
My week was good. I mean, that was part of it. The sneak peek was part of it. Released a video earlier this week, so that was exciting. Yeah. So I mean, just a lot going on.
I was looking at your heatsink that's kind of slipping, sliding around there. Do zip ties? Would that not hold them down in place?
It could, but I wanted to see how cool it would run with it just resting on the top, and it's like running at 30 degrees.
Okay, but aren't you afraid it might just fall over and hit a capacitor and break your motherboard?
I would be afraid of that, but it's leaning also up against my GPU, so it's gonna...
Oh, okay. It looked like it had more wiggle room than that, but okay. I'll trust your judgment.
No, I should probably do something like that, but I figured it's probably not going to be there for very long. How's your week, Danny?
It's been good. It's been busy, but just getting through it. Yeah, typical stuff. I think I might not upload this Sunday, so
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll upload something on like Friday or Thursday, supplemental video. But it's not like, this is just adding on to the build or my build that I just showcased. So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is that the benchmarks?
It's just the extended benchmarks. Cool. That's about it. But yeah, other than that, so I'll take a break because I actually have to work this weekend. Oh, I haven't had to work on a weekend in so long. But yeah,
interesting.
So I'm doing overtime right now and stuff like that. So during the weekday, I get home later than usual, and then I gotta work on the weekend. Just Saturday though, so that's why I'm not gonna have time to make a video.
Do you get time and a half?
No, it's like a time and a little bit on top of it, but it's not time and a half.
What?
But at least I get some overtime, right? Some people, it's just like you gotta come in and you don't get paid any extra because you have a fixed salary.
That's what happens in the software engineering life.
Yeah.
Sad. It's sad, but if anyone's interested in software engineering, that happens a lot.
But when you're not working overtime, you're making a lot of money because software engineers typically get paid quite a bit, depending on who you work for and how long you've been doing it.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of opportunity there. At least that's a trade-off. But then the irony is that the competition comes from whoever's willing to kind of work more.
Yeah.
They would never say that out loud, but that's what it is.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every company wants to overwork you and pay you as little as they can, right? But there's a fine balance of treating you just right so that you don't quit.
Yeah, and I'm very fortunate that the place that I work is really good about that. So
yeah.
Just a side note, life tips, people.
Yeah, I bet Uncle Bill knows all about that. All the older guys who have been working for a long time. Yeah,
or Bill Druin, as he is in chat.
Yeah.
Druin?
Yeah, but let us know how you guys have been doing, and we'll get started on the deals, because there's I've seen quite a few, and I posted one of them at least. What is that? Is that a measuring tape? Closing?
No, she was just, like, putting something plastic away.
Oh, okay. It sounded like... You ever, like, just pull out your measuring tape, like, to the full length, and then... flip it and then just watch it go crazy? Yeah.
That freaked me out. Yeah,
it could cut you, man. Like, that stuff is sharp and it moves really fast.
I've been cut multiple times.
Yeah.
So I'm like still to this day, even when I let go, I make sure my hands are completely clear of that.
Yeah, I usually, like, anytime I ever did that as a kid, I ran out of the room and watched from afar just to make sure it doesn't slap me in the face or cut me.
You just walk away. Actually, have you ever heard of the Vitamix blender?
Yes. Oh, so we were just talking about that, my friends and I. Wait, or did we talk about that last week too? How
I don't think we have.
Oh, like it warms up the drink if you leave it on long enough?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what they use at a lot of the tropical smoothies, if you guys have those. You guys have tropical smoothie?
Is that a store?
It might be a local chain. It's
no,
it's like
yeah, we don't have that chain here.
Okay. But it's just a place where they make smoothies, and it blends really well. It's got a horsepower, which, if anyone knows anything about engines, which I know very little, but I know that a horsepower is a ton for something like a blender.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally brute forces whatever you put on it. So you turn it on and you can just shove stuff into the blades and it will just annihilate it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it can make soups because if you leave it on, it keeps it hot. But the thing is, it's so loud that I legitimately, when I would make smoothies, would walk out of the room because it would just make me uncomfortable.
Wait, you have a Vitamix?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like the top end smoothie that I've ever heard of, or blend that I've ever heard of. I had a roommate that had one, and she made a big deal of it. And I was like, "What? It's just a blender." But then I looked into it. I was like, "Oh, it is a very advanced, expensive blender." Yeah.
Price to performance, I would not recommend it.
No, it could pay itself off if you use it like a lot over the years. Like
it's true.
The amount of time saved and like the consistency that you get out of it, it could pay off. Depends on what you're looking for.
I got a nice $20 like cuisine art, whatever it's called. Mm-hmm. I got one of those. These are like legit. These are deals, people. This is price to performance. I had that thing for 2 years with no hiccups.
The Cuisinart. Yeah, I went with the Magic Bullet, which is around the same price, about 25-ish. That thing kind of sucked.
Yeah, I grew up with a Bullet. It died after like a year.
It dies pretty quickly, and the blade's only at the bottom, so it doesn't get through the layers that much.
Yep.
Like everything has to sink, but some stuff doesn't sink, so it doesn't blend well.
Yeah, you have to make sure your liquid ratio is perfect.
Yeah, you gotta have quite a bit of liquid actually.
Because.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-mm. Go ahead.
That's good. I was just gonna say the liquid is the bottleneck there.
Yes, definitely.
Literal bottleneck, people. This is what a bottleneck looks like. See, I have all this water in here, but if it can't fit through this, it's limited by the width of this bottleneck.
Just a refresher for those who missed a couple streams ago.
Just a refresher, no pun intended.
Yeah, I gotta get the Discord link because people are asking for it, and not everyone can link it. All right, we good.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I put it in chat as well. Anyone who wants to get to Discord, you can use two links: chat.comptv.tech or discord.comptv.tech. I tested it on incognito browser and it still works.
Oh,
and if it doesn't work for you, you're probably banned.
Does it also work if you put in the app, or not the app, the program itself, Discord? Or is it only for browser?
Oh,
see, I think that's the
a good
thing.
point.
So that's why I linked the other thing.
Good point.
Yeah. But...
welcome, Pika Webs.
Let's get into the deals?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, I already saw the first deal. This Hyper 212 with the LEDs. The only thing is, I think it's a fixed red LED, so you have to be able to work that into your system. But no rebate, finally. $15 flat.
That is really nice. Yeah, because usually it's rebate.
And, like, at this point, I would recommend this over a cryo rig because this is AMD and Intel compatible. Just for those people who like to switch it up. That's the only reason.
Whoa.
What's up?
The mounting mechanism.
Yeah, that changed too. Oh my goodness, this link is way too long. I gotta go bit.ly. But come on, here we go.
The link knows all, so can you.
Yeah, so yeah, the mounting, it looks more like a T4 almost, or kind of like a hybrid. Well, T4 has it usually has two it has two cuts right here, but this one doesn't. So I need to buy this just to see what it's like. I'm gonna do it in another browser, but I think I'm gonna pick that up.
That's long overdue, man. I don't know how the Hyper 212 got away with it for so long.
Yeah, agreed.
I guess if it's a more set it and forget it type thing, which ironically you'd spend a ton of time trying to get it in, but you'd never touch it again, then it's fine.
Yeah, for people who just kind of use their system for like 4 years before upgrading again. So, yeah. But other than that, so
the only other thing I would say, just to be, I guess, critical, is that the 212 is an ugly cooler.
It is pretty ugly compared to like CryoRig.
Yeah, like back before there were more of the air coolers, like when the 212 was just hands down the reigning champ. You didn't know any better, but now when you see these nice like full black fin designs or like CryoRig's designs, it's like, man, this is an ugly cooler.
Yeah, I used to think it looked cool because it was like a big tower style, you know, just a big chunk of metal.
Right.
But yeah, these days I'm like, looks kind of ugly. But for
yeah,
$15 if you're trying to get some decent overclocking, and if you don't have a side window, lots of things to factor in here, but not a bad deal.
it's an amazing deal. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I thought this was a Canon for a second. I'm actually looking to possibly upgrade my camera, so
The alpha cameras are really good. Sony Alpha.
$1,000 though. Oh, I'm looking at like 600 max if I do.
You got it. You know which one to buy.
Well, here's the thing. You know, have you looked into the T7i that much?
No.
They have that. So Canon's really well known for their what's it? Something dual point autofocus or something like that. It's their own autofocus technology, and it's apparently like the best. And that's what I would be looking for over 4K. So yeah.
Okay.
Because
very nice.
I don't know if I would record in 4K because I record so much B-roll and stuff that it would just mean that I would need more storage to hold all that stuff. And
It's
I don't.
true.
I think I could go a couple more years at 1080p, and no one's gonna like bat an eyelash. No one's gonna like really complain or notice. But I would rather get better quality at 1080p.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to deal with getting a huge memory card and stuff for 4K. Just because the files are gonna be huge.
Yeah. The problem is the memory cards are getting really cheap these days. Especially, I got mine refurb for like $10. But the other thing is that there are ways of storing the footage where it's compressed in such a way that you can do long-term storage. So that's something to keep.
Wait, do you currently shoot in 4K everything?
No, I don't shoot anything in 4K at the moment, especially not with this i3.
Well, I mean, just your A roll even, or like B roll that you just did in your last video.
I did some of the B-roll in 4K, but it was entirely an accident.
Okay, because you didn't crop it or anything. Then you just downscaled it exactly as it was framed.
Right, and if you have a nice enough system, you can actually pre-render some of the footage so that you can edit at a much lower resolution, so that the 4K editing experience isn't as bad.
Oh yeah, that I'm not too worried about. It's mostly the memory card and then the storage. Over the course of like let's say a year. All the footage you store up. Because I haven't deleted anything yet, have you?
No, actually, no. That's a good point. No, I haven't deleted anything yet.
Yeah.
But you also have like 5 times as many videos as I do. I'm sitting on like 30 or 40 now. But recorded, I have like more like 50.
Yeah, it's just nice, like, just one day if YouTube takes down one of the videos, you can go back and make it, like, the first video ever again or something. Or you can go back and re-edit it. That's a video idea right there. Let me go back to the very first video I did and see if I can re-edit it to make it better than the first version.
Interesting. You should challenge other YouTubers to do that as well. That would be a really good one.
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people are, like, like file hoarders like us, though. They might not have kept it. Like,
I don't know, man. Especially tech tubers.
Maybe
They all
we'll
keep.
see.
A lot of them keep them.
That'd be fun. That's kind of like when they do like a HD rehash of a game, and they like just kind of refine it, even though it doesn't make it completely up to date. It makes it just a little better.
Exactly. Let us know, yo, chat. What do you think? Re-edit first video? Is that something you'd like to see?
like the HD remaster. I was thinking about also re-recording that first video too, because back then I recorded on my webcam, like my A-roll, but now I have like a better camera, so actually making it more HD, but that would take quite a bit of time, and I don't have that right now.
Wait, if I remember correctly, didn't you record your first video like it was just all about how you were a nerd, and then like you posted it on Reddit and you got your first 1K?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what do you mean? No, it was a build video.
Build video, okay, cool.
Yeah, it was a build video. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, now I remember it. Wow.
Time flies, man.
That's crazy, man. This time last year, totally different situation.
Do it. It's a good idea to rehash. Oh, here we go. This is a decent deal from Best Buy. The only thing is they'll be taxed.
Ooh.
So it would actually be $143. But actually, EVGA B-stock, man. We gotta always start with that. You gotta remind me.
Keep forgetting.
Alright, products. Where's the B-stock?
I guess because it's just always the same.
It is always the same, but they've been changing some of the prices slightly.
There you go. I think you have to click the banner on the top too.
Oh, I have to click this thing?
I think that helps. That's the
Midweek Madness. Okay, sorry. Let me relink this. Alright, we are going to look for... Oh, someone said... So, a 850 BQ. I think they said there was like $45. $40.
$40.
For 850 BQ.
Ooh, that's insane.
Semi-modular. I forget how the BQ line does, but for $40, I mean, you're gonna be set for SLI configurations, all that good stuff.
Yep, I have a which retro. If you're watching this, you should buy that. But I have the 750 BQ. I bought it for the dual 8-pin for 2 CPUs. Mm-hmm. So it works really well.
Oh, what is this? Oh.
Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, mail-in rebate.
Yeah, no, but it's still down to $22.50 if you don't do the mail-in rebate. So this is the 600 watt that used to go for $20. I guess it was so popular they upped it to $30, and then now they're like kind of floating in between.
Right.
Yeah.
Smart call on their part.
It is. I mean, if people are buying it up, I think for $22.50 is still a good deal, and then if you can get it down to $12.50, you can do like a super ultra budget build.
It looks like it's not free shipping though. That's one thing to keep in mind. Yeah,
it probably won't be free shipping, so definitely keep that in mind. Graphics card wise though, if we can find a 1050 Ti, which is right here, for $120.
Still, yeah, super clocked.
Yep.
And ACX 3.0, so it's got better cooling.
Do they ship internationally? I don't believe so. Or they might offer it, but I would think it'd be really expensive, like in the $20 to $30 range. Definitely check it out though. Add it to your cart.
What happens? Oh well, whenever you're done, what would happen if you click the top banner? Is it any different?
Oh, that's what I did. When I clicked it, it just like refreshes the page to here.
Oh.
I think it already incorporates all the newest deals in the B stock. Like,
okay.
The fact that it's here is what we're looking at.
I guess it just like filter. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
This 1080, I guess I haven't been looking at the prices ever since I bought the one that I got, but for 480.
Ooh.
I mean, it's under 500, so not sure if you can find anything else better than that.
I still see 1080s going for about 450.
In some places. Used? Okay.
So yeah, used, not new.
Definitely check out like Hardware Swap and Craigslist before buying from here. The only thing about this is that 1-year warranty, which may not be worth it, because you can easily go a year like with any card and it'll last a while, but then if it dies after that, you're screwed.
Right.
Yeah. But that was B stock. Oh yeah, and this is not that good of a deal. Then I would rather get the B stock version and get EVGA, because PNY, I haven't looked into their warranties and stuff, but they're not as popular anymore than what they used to be anyways in terms of graphics cards.
I remember PNY RAM a lot.
Do they still in...
Their Anarchy series is
still... yes. Okay, yeah. It's so memorable.
Yeah, and I remember back in the day they're old back when a lot of RAM was not all of it was with a heatsink.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely.
I remember,
They did the black PCB a lot, I think.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, and looked pretty sleek.
It's a good compromise.
Yeah, definitely.
A Samsung smartphone for $30, 16 gig, not bad, not bad. The J3 is one of those cheaper ones. I know we don't specialize in phones, guys, but not terrible, not terrible.
Someone's asking in chat, is the Hyper 212 a good air cooler for a budget AM4? If you're getting any of the Ryzen like 3, 5, or 3 or 5, the Wraith cooler I think should perform relatively the same. So I wouldn't pay for a Hyper 212 unless you got one that didn't come with the cooler. Like if the X ones don't come with coolers, right? Or is that only the Ryzen 7 X's? I didn't know if the Ryzen... Actually, no. See, the Ryzen 3 1300X comes with the cooler, so I don't know how the 5 and 7s are.
Yeah, actually, I've been confused because I've heard it both ways. Because I figured the X, since they're probably going to overclock with it, they wouldn't include the cooler. But then there's like a lot of people who get the X, but I thought you get the RGB cooler with that. So I'm not sure how that works either.
Yeah. So
I'm thinking of the 5 series.
Yeah. But back to their question, I wouldn't get the Hyper 212 unless you did not have a cooler already. Use the stock Ryzen stuff. It works really well.
And it looks really good.
Yeah, definitely. Very sleek.
They did a really good job.
Oh man, 27-inch monitor for only $120. I haven't seen this type of deal in a long time. I'd say this is a pretty good deal, and it says VESA mounting. Oh, VESA mountable. It's the high end of what I would go with 1080p, but this is essentially what I use every day, except ultra wide version. So I think the pixel density is fine. And for $120, if you're doing your first build ever and need a monitor, this would work well.
Right. But if you want to hold out.
Oh yeah, Black Friday. I mean,
especially monitors. Like I would say, like some of the stuff you're gonna find better even now as the deals come in, but especially things like TVs and monitors. That's like Black Friday kingdom.
I would predict maybe $10 or $20 cheaper, but it's been a long time since I've seen crazy deals that weren't doorbusters. You know. Like, we're not gonna see this at $75 available throughout the day for everybody to get.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
So I mean,
especially with Best Buy and the fact that it's 27 inches.
Oh, and you can always return it to Best Buy if you have a physical location. Buy it online, return it in store. Shipping's free, so you would lose no money in that.
I almost did that last year. Danny encouraged me to possibly return it and then buy a new one in person because my shipping was taking so long on Best Buy.
Wait, is that when we were looking at those monitors that were really cheap? It was like those 23-inch monitors for like $80 or $90.
Yep, no, 24 inches and it was $70.
Oh yeah, that's a really good price.
And that's the one I'm using right now.
Oh man, Best Buy actually has a ton of deals right now apparently, because I don't know if this is a good tripod. It probably isn't, but it's $10. Shipping is free. I mean,
that's pretty nice
for a backup. Oh, this is one of the cheap plastic ones, yeah. But still, these are only $20 on Amazon, so. Yeah.
Amazon Basics sells a tripod for $10 year round, or like $12.
Is it 55 inches though? This one's actually pretty tall too.
Oh snap! Let me see.
Okay. Tripod. Let's take a look. Let's do a comparison real quick. Cause you're right. Oh, Sunpack. That's actually an Amazon brand, or a brand that is sold on Amazon that I recognize.
Oh, you know what? This might have gone. Oh no, it's 50 inches.
50
for $12.96.
Okay, so it's a little bit more and shorter. So this is actually a pretty good deal, I would say.
That's crazy.
Definitely,
from Best Buy.
Definitely like a starter if you start getting into YouTube and stuff. I started with a tripod like this, but then eventually upgraded to like a metal one with different style legs.
I still have the cheap one.
You still do? But then you put that the fluid head on it, right?
Somita. Yeah, the fluid head was a must.
Yeah.
One of the best purchases.
So yours is connected at the bottom, or like with the three, what's it called, trusses or whatever.
I actually have mine connected to the old head.
Oh, okay. So, but
ooh, that's a nice tripod.
So this tripod, I got it for like $60, but now we're gonna talk about tripods just because this came up, and this will give you like a look into how what goes on behind the scenes. But the thing about these tripods that I thought they were weird at first because they don't have the trusses connecting at the bottom.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is that they are able to open up like really wide so that you can get like
yeah.
Because with that style that you have, there's a limit to how low it could go, right?
Yeah.
But this one can now essentially go flat almost if I move this part out. But,
wow, that's nice.
And I've done that before on shots where I make it super low to the ground. And you can get variability into like the tilt because like these two can stay straight and this can tilt back. Whereas when it's connected, they all have to be the same angle, right? So
yeah, that's really nice.
If you are looking for a tripod, I've seen this one go on VIP on for like $30. I would keep an eye out because I saw that after I bought this one and I got so pissed.
What's the brand?
This one, they're all. I mean, if you look up these,
Chinese.
Yeah, it's some Chinese brand. Actually, okay. Yeah, it's called Zomei, Zomei. If you've heard of that one.
Yeah, there's other brands that are similar name to that.
Yeah, but they're all basic. Here, GearBest has one, but it's this tripod right here. Exactly.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so just keep an eye out on Black Friday if you do want to upgrade your tripod.
Wow. Yeah, I noticed a lot of our subscriber base, like not a ton, but a good chunk of them are also creators. So.
Yeah.
If you guys are looking into good investments, these things make a big difference,
dude. I bought the cheap tripod at first because I was like, it's just a tripod, I can use whichever one. And I used it for about a year and a half. But when I got this one, even though this costs like 4 times as much as the other one, I was like, so worth it. Like, it'll pay itself off easily.
For sure.
Yeah. Sorry, we got off track there. Oh, see, deals on deals, man. Cooler Master Devastator for $10 after rebate.
Oh, what? That's insane.
This is the Devastator 2 also. They came out with the 3, but this one, it's a pretty decent keyboard and mouse combo. I've used this before.
Yeah, I mean, like, before I was into mechanical, these things would have been... Oh, it's mechanical. Ooh.
Yeah, and it's mechanical, so you get at least that clicky and a little slightly tactile feel, I think.
You'll enjoy it. I've used a kit like that, like a set like that, for probably like 6 years.
Yeah, and I don't think you can like combo up 2 random mice and keyboard on Amazon for this cheap. It'll cost about the same, but this rebate takes it down to $10, which is you're not gonna be able to beat that.
It's bonkers.
Yeah.
That's a good question for you, Danny. Would you rather have a really cheap set, or would you rather have a really nice keyboard and a cheap mouse, or vice versa?
I would rather have a nice keyboard because I noticed that more than the mouse. Well, I suck at games anyway, so it's like the mouse makes a difference. But yeah, the keyboard, because the typing experience is a lot nicer on mechanical, in my opinion. So
right. Agreed. There's free headsets on here for anyone who's desperately in need. It's towards the bottom of the list. It looks like a really cheap, and you have to initially invest $10, but you could get $1 million rebate. Is that the bottom of the page for you?
No, I'm still going, just making sure we're not missing anything that might be good.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Logitech $35 G502. This has fire on it, so I'm gonna link this one. But
ooh.
I mean, I'm not. I use my vertical mouse, so I'm good in terms of mice. But some people like Logitech, so that might be useful. So we're still going down for the headsets.
I'd imagine that Slick Deals loves these free things. Like, that's what these people live for.
Yeah.
It's like extreme couponers, but they're
online, and yeah. No, Slick Deals has the cheapest people I've ever seen. Like, they would complain if there's like a $2 difference from the last time it was on sale, which is a good thing. Oh yeah, this too. I think. Ah man, I'm so close to buying this.
That's really nice.
Like, yeah. I mean, I know this normally does not go for 200, so this is wrong. But
right.
I'd say this normally goes for like 130 at least, if not 140, because it doesn't require external power.
Yeah.
I'm gonna save this on my own personal browser and possibly
4 terabytes.
buy this alongside the Hyper 212. All right, but I don't see the headphone. Was it expired or more deals?
Maybe it's just maybe it's location based.
Yeah, or I wonder if it's personalized towards you. Wait, I'm seeing something else. This is like a new list.
There it is. Scroll up a little more.
Boom. Where is it?
A little bit more.
Oh,
there it is.
I don't know if this is worth waiting.
So
is this
ugly.
a well-known brand? This is like the 90s right here.
Dude. Oh man, I imagine some of the like people you play games with online that you could tell they clearly pirated the game. That's what those people you're using for the headset.
Dude, actually, remember when mics weren't as common back in, let's say, 2007 or 8? Just like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, not everybody had like a mic like or it wasn't as common as now. So when you use voice programs like TeamSpeak or Ventrilo, like whatever game you were playing, some people would be like, get on voice chat, and half the time people didn't have a mic. But when I finally got a mic to talk to my guild, this was the style of mic that I got. It was like the cheapest headphone that I could find with a mic on it.
This is close to like people still use like mod mics and stuff like that, but yeah, like the old like pullover plastic, really thin band,
It's
two
like
little pads over
JVC
your
or
ear.
something like that.
Yeah, JVC, yes.
Like they were a very well-known brand with this style of like cheap headphone.
Oh man, that's good times.
Yeah.
Hey, there's also there's an H50 120 millimeter.
H50.
The Corsair Hydro.
Oh.
Yeah, $25 after rebate. That's crazy. If you want water cooling for $25, that's. I mean, it's not gonna. So here's the thing. This H50 is probably not going to perform as well as the Hyper 212, as weird as that sounds, even with the initial cooling of the fact that it's run on water. So I just want everyone to know that.
Yeah, this is definitely if you only care about looks or if you're building like mini ITX.
Right. I mean, it would be really cool for an HTPC. I mean, like $25.
Yeah. Dude, the deals. This is awesome, man. We haven't had like deals lined up like this in a long time.
That buy one get one. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, the only thing is, Alpha made a really good video about this. Be aware of the multiple failure points of this being the fan, the leakage, the pump.
Yeah.
Whereas with the traditional one, you're only gonna have the fan. Oh, and also, I think if the fan to your CPU dies, like if you have a traditional heatsink, if your case fans are good enough, you might be okay. Like, the airflow going through the case might be able to pull the air away from the heatsink well enough. But if the fan dies on your radiator, you might be more screwed. So that's food for thought.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, and I saw, if you guys haven't seen Danny's new video, check it out. He has a secret build. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a secret build. But it's not a secret anymore. But I think you mentioned that in the newest video as well, right? That you plan on going...
H7, yeah.
Yeah, just a regular cooler in the future.
Yeah.
Back to the good old-fashioned, what goes around comes around.
Though, dude, you know, I have like an H7 sitting ready to go into the system, but now, because, you know, tempered glass, all these green LEDs, that CryoRig Quad Lumi... I'm like, ugh, am I going to spend $50 on that? Or wait, Black Friday maybe? If there's a Black Friday sale for like $35, I'll pick it up. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for real. If it's like, okay, so what is the price? What is the price you're willing to pay for that RGB, Danny?
For like the H7 versus the Quad Lumi version?
Yeah.
I'll pay another $15.
That's good.
$15 it washes out over the course of a lifetime, because I would keep that cooler forever. Like, people have 212s from like 8 years ago, I swear.
I do.
Yeah.
That's the one that I'm using right now. From my original PC build. ever.
Yeah, so it goes a long way. Coolers are one of those things where even if you spend a little bit, not all in one coolers though, because those pumps.
Nope.
We're talking about traditional, air.
Pump could
tower.
fail. One of the seals could just start to deteriorate over time and start to leak. Ugh. It's one thing that I know for sure is gonna happen at some point.
But speaking of which, here's a $30 H7, which is about as low as they go.
Ooh. And this is the full version, people.
Yeah, not the M9.
Very nice. I mean, that just looks so good compared to the 212. They basically took everything that the 212 needed, which was better better mounting, and then the way that it looks. And
like a nicer fan. Yeah.
Yes.
It's mostly the fan. I mean, I guess the honey or the hexagon fin orientation looks cool too, but mostly the fan.
No, but they're silver fins, right? They're not copper? Well, at least they look plated.
Oh, yeah, they are plated.
Yeah. That makes a huge difference for me.
Oh.
Because the copper is what starts to look ugly. Like, how do you mix copper in with your build?
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's true. I didn't even think about that, actually. Yeah, it is fully plated.
So, that's only, I guess as you get more into the hardware, like, the way it looks starts to matter. Especially when you have side panels and stuff.
Yeah.
Let us know, chat. What cooler do you have on your system right now? Clearly, if you're in chat, you're using a system. And if you have a laptop, let us know that too.
Yeah. Open up your laptop, look at that whatever sideways copper mounted fan vents out.
Did you see the build competition between Jay and Barnacules?
I did, yeah, where they put was it AutoZone or was it O'Reilly's parts on their systems?
Yep. They put car parts. It looked pretty sick.
The hood scoop and stuff, that was actually genius. I never thought of it like that.
Genius.
It would be genius if you actually cut out something so that air could flow through there and put a fan there. Right. That would be extra genius.
That is true. And it was pointed towards you instead of away from you, but for you, I mean, in the winter, that would be pretty awesome. You just run some benchmarks and keep your hands cold. I mean, warm.
Yeah.
Stock Ryzen.
Edited November 2nd. Okay, this is old. Okay, so we'll go to computer parts real quick before going to build the PC sales. But we are flying through this. Vega 64 for 466. Pretty sure I've never seen it this cheap.
Wow.
Though I don't know, man, because 1080s are this price too, and it's not the reference, and it's better.
How important is DirectX 12 to you?
Not important at the moment.
Yeah,
Ask me again in a year or two.
I wonder if we're gonna regret the fact that we've neglected DirectX 12 in the future.
No, it's like, have you ever run any of those games that still have DirectX 10 or 9, and it still runs completely fine?
Yeah.
No, the older versions of DirectX, like, unless you are trying to like maximize your FPS and stuff like that, it'll still be fine. Like, it's not gonna make our current cards completely useless.
Right. Yeah, and that's the other thing with benchmarks, people to keep in mind, especially when you're buying parts, where you want to focus your money. Obviously, you're going to want to focus your money mostly on the GPU because CPUs are just super good these days.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the benchmarks, like these days, people have to run them, especially for CPUs, at 720p just so that the CPU could even start to get flooded because they just do so well with any graphic.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind when trying to balance your system. You'd want to aim more for balance than, I don't know, that's the tricky thing. Because even you said when we did the $100 build budget build competition, that the best decision in that situation is buy the best GPU, period, no matter what CPU you were using.
Yep. Even if it's like you're going overboard on it. If you get a good price, then just deal with the slight bottleneck until you have time to upgrade your CPU.
Right.
Yeah.
Within reason. Take a look at other things, like don't buy a 1070 Ti ever. Or 1080 Ti for that matter. Unless you're just like... Yeah, unless it's like a super good deal and you are just like I don't know.
Brian from Tech
Okay.
City just got a 780 for really cheap. It was under 100. I know. So yeah, at that point, buy it. Who cares if it's power hungry? Who cares if it runs hot? It's gonna perform pretty well.
That's why I'm cross-firing R9 390s right now.
Mm.
Oh,
RGB.
someone brought up the Vipon RGB tweet.
Yeah, let me go find that so I can link it in chat. Unless that's what you're doing right now.
You beat me to it.
Oh, sweet.
Hey, yes.
Where's
Thanks
that?
for the tweet. That is awesome.
Too much has been going on in my notifications. I gotta go to your page. Hopefully it's near the top there. You're posting too much. Wait, where's your RGB thing?
It's for yesterday. There it is.
Oh, here it
It's
is.
just really blending in.
Yeah. Is it still on? 520. Oh.
It's still on. Let's go.
I bought one.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely bought one.
Oh, I just saw your tweet about the 99-cent sale on potatoes.
Oh. Dude, 10 pounds? Make french fries, mashed potatoes, hash brown, everything, man. Get yourself a new graphics card. I don't freeze potatoes. I'm not sure if you can. That's a good question,
That's
though.
always my question. Can I freeze everything that can be frozen?
I don't get why you couldn't. It might just mess with the consistency, but you can technically freeze anything. I freeze soup.
There is a potato deal, just in case anyone didn't know.
It was only at Fred Meyer's. Might be only Washington State.
The potato PC.
Oh, what is this? Did I?
Ooh, master box.
$40
Oh, is that
tempered
tempered
glass.
glass?
Yeah.
Oh my
Micro
goodness.
ATX though.
I was gonna say it looks like micro.
Oh, no rebate though. Free shipping.
Dang.
I'm pretty sure free shipping. If not, it'll be pretty cheap. But oh,
$40 for proper tempered glass.
yeah. Oh man. And this thing
Which,
is,
if you're going budget, the micro ATX motherboards go for pretty cheap.
yeah. Wait, let me see the Pro RGB version, because I think this one's acrylic.
That's what I was gonna say too. I thought I saw
Tempered
one of the
glass.
master box.
Oh,
Oh, I think it's the light ones that don't have RGB, or maybe not.
Box
I
Light
saw
5 RGB. Yeah, this one's the tempered glass. What? I could have sworn these were all. Did they just change it? We
I
looked at
just
this.
saw it the other day. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, and it was not tempered glass. That's weird. Is
Dude.
that case?
But even this one, RGB, mid tower, $55 after rebate, tempered
Wow.
glass.
That's a really good looking case, dude. These cases go for like what, 120 when you have the full tempered glass on all around it, and
You mean
Or
Cooler
maybe-
Master specifically, or any other brand?
oh, I'm talking about just in general these types of tempered glass
yeah.
cases,
Definitely.
like $100 plus.
Oh wait, so what? Yeah, the front's probably acrylic, huh? I just realized
Ah.
that. Like, I don't think this is
That might
all
be
tempered
why.
glass. Yeah, but still, I mean, look at it. It's got a basement and everything. Not sure how the fans pull air in. Probably just through the top and bottom.
Yeah, the top and bottom vents, they angled it slightly,
Yeah.
which is fine.
This looks like a nice case, man.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
They
so-
took a good photo.
Definitely. All these master, or I guess Cooler Master, apparently, they have a lot of sales right now. So if you guys are looking for a case, I would look into those if you were looking for a cheap tempered glass. Man, I swear we have not stopped talking about deals. Like, we haven't had time to mess around or do anything else. It's just been deals on deals.
It's been so long since we've been able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
I remember when we first started, we had some good deals for like a short stint, and then it was just, there's really nothing more to go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, if you want to talk good price to performance and future looking,
Uh-huh.
the Chick-fil-A calendar. My wife and I get these every year, and you get free food every month. So like, you'll be like, and time flies so fast, you're just like, hey, it's already October. What's my free food for October?
Wait,
So.
what?
Yeah.
This thing right here?
And you can download the app, so you don't even need to carry the card anymore.
Small
It's
bowl
actually
chicken
on
noodle
Slick Deals.
soup, tortilla. But it's this right here, right? It tells you what
Yeah.
you can get for free. How does this work? You gotta buy something?
You buy the calendar, and it comes with a little credit card looking thing. But all you need to do is create an account using the Chick-fil-A app, and then you can scan your phone at the register.
Wait,
so you don't even have to
how
carry
much
your
is the card?
The calendar is $8
A year? A month?
for a year, for the whole year.
Oh man.
Yeah, yeah. So it comes with the calendar. It's a one-time purchase.
This would make me go to Chick-fil-A more often than I need to, though.
You'd get the money back within 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
Or even so. I'm not saying that if you don't have a Chick-fil-A by you, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that it's the best deal ever, but it's pretty much the best deal ever.
Yeah, especially if you are a Chick-fil-A eater, which I do love Chick-fil-A. I haven't been going to it as often just because
it's expensive.
It's a little bit more pricey than McDonald's.
It's expensive.
If we're gonna compare fast food, anyways. Yeah, it is. But I mean, I think it's justified. It tastes as good as it is more expensive, right? Or even tastes better than it is more expensive.
Well, I hate to say it too. We practice what we preach.
Yeah.
I'll go there, take the free food, get a giant cup of water, and just leave without purchasing a single thing. They expect it though. They're so used to it now.
Oh man,
that's an ethical decision.
Warcraft PC listening. US is glorious. Thanks, JD. You guys want some cheap 1150 motherboards? Well, here you go.
Dang.
Oh, but $30. It does have a pretty hefty rebate, but Asus is really good about the rebates. I've gotten all of them back. I mean, you can pair this with a Kaby Lake or Skylake chip and make a really cheap build. Oh yeah, what were we looking for you?
How much did you get your B350 for?
My B150 boards were...
Or B150, sorry. B150.
Those were $25, no rebate. So it's one tier up in the chipset.
Dang.
$5 less and no rebate. But...
Dang.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was going to say, you can't overclock on B150 though, right?
No. You can only do it on Z170s.
Z170, okay, yeah.
Unless there's... Because I remember the What was the kit... Or the Haswell ones, you were able to overclock like the Pentium chips, or some BIOSes allowed you to overclock off of Z170 or Z97 at the time, but I don't remember and I never looked into that.
Yeah, old school. Which, if you're still running that architecture, you guys know that still works so well. You can't even get that cheaper. I was telling Danny about this the other day. I was looking around like, maybe I'll do a retro upgrade where it's older hardware, but it's still way better than what I have. But like, it's still the same price. Like for an old i7, it costs as much as a brand new Ryzen.
Oh yeah, for like a 4790K or something. Yeah.
Yeah, 4790K.
Those are
even
still
I was looking at 2600Ks.
2600Ks also still retain their value.
2600K motherboard combo, because you have to buy the motherboard, will cost just as much as a brand new setup. It's ridiculous. You could literally buy Coffee Lake and a motherboard as soon as the new motherboards come out. You'll be able to do that as well.
Yeah. Oh man, Coffee Lake. Can't believe their i5s are $300. Like what?
Madness. They're essentially an i7 now.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
So that's why. But the fact that the i3 is now the i5 and it costs like $130.
Yeah.
Or less.
I don't think I'll be playing with those anytime soon, man. I'm pretty happy with playing with all these Ryzen builds that I've been doing.
Oh, man. It's just so good.
Yeah.
And I love how they still do not budge on their... Intel still does not budge on their stock cooler. It's so stupid.
Yeah. It works. It's not loud. You gotta give them that, man. Like, I don't know what AMD was thinking when they threw on those loud cooler... Or those loud fans on those pretty decently copper heat-piped coolers, but... Intel has never been like a really big noise problem for me.
Yeah, no, agreed. They're super silent and they cool pretty well. Obviously, like that's why the Hyper 212 was so popular, because everyone had Intel. They got rid of their Intel stock coolers.
I think we're done with Slick Deals. Man, we stayed on Slick Deals for an hour. That's how good it was. But Build a PC sales, we're gonna see some repeats. Actually, let's check out new. Deals are popping up left and right. We gotta catch some of these. FreeSync. Why is it so expensive? What is this? It looks... Okay, so it's 1440p, 144 hertz. Okay, I missed the refresh rate. That's why. High resolution, or higher resolution, high refresh rate.
Oh, that's insane, man. I wonder how many gamers really do use high refresh rate monitors.
Especially mixed with this high resolution, because it's gonna be hard to like get. Well, it depends on your hardware, of course. Like 100 plus FPS on heavy games at high resolution. But
Right.
I mean, definitely targeted $400 for one monitor.
Yeah.
Definitely targeted towards a different audience than me.
I have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, what's up? Go ahead. No, that I was done.
I was just gonna say, it seems I've heard a couple times that gamers actually will just drop their settings because they're more concerned with the frame rate. Like professional gamers don't care about resolution.
Yeah, that or like the detailed, what's it called, like textures and stuff like that. They just care about
textures.
If they dip, they don't go below a certain amount.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you gamers too. They get sponsored, so they don't have to buy those. The pro gamers.
Yeah.
I see them on Twitter all the time, just getting full builds from like Corsair and stuff. I'm like, what?
Those League of Legends gamers are like, oh, here's a full tower. Just make a little ad on it, and promote it to your viewers.
And they're ridiculous. Like, oh, your League of Legends PC, we're gonna put a 1080 in it and an i7 8700K overclocked with a liquid cool. I'm like, why? They're playing an esport. Even streaming that.
Yeah. Not seeing anything here, surprisingly. Man, it's like Slick Deals are the more frugal, cheap guys with the deals. Oh, this is new. I'm sorry. These are not necessarily the top rated ones. Oh, let's talk about this. Oh, never mind. It's Razer.
Oh.
I thought it was something else. Sorry.
Cyber Weekend.
No, I thought this was the post that Barnacules put out about the Chinese keyboards keylogging your information.
Right.
Which I saw that on Reddit it was debunked to be false, but then someone else said I bought a keyboard and I was keylogged, and I don't know if I believe that still though. I think it was just a like kind of clickbaity, not well researched topic that was kind of thrown out there.
Fake news.
Yeah, basically. I should definitely look into it though, because I do have some Chinese keyboards. At least look into how you can test to see if you are being keylogged, which I think would essentially be looking to see if it's sending any just any data out, like, you know, from the app it's using or whatever.
Right.
I was reading though, if you use just generic drivers, they can't keylog because there's no the programming is in the drivers. It's if they have a specific program for that keyboard to get special lighting or something, that's where it's more risky. So I think for the most part people are fine as long as it's plug and play.
I wonder, I didn't know, but I wonder if it was if anyone knew enough about firmware to know if they could embed that in firmware, because I know that sometimes devices, like especially USB drives, when you initially plug them in, they would automatically install their software onto the system.
Yeah, it would depend. You would have to look at once it's installed to see what kind of driver is in there.
Right.
Oh my goodness, this case! I was like so close to buying this at work today.
Is that like a mini Enthoo? Oh, it is.
It is.
Literally.
Exactly. So tiny. This would be such a perfect LAN rig.
Oh.
But then I wouldn't take.
That's adorable.
So then I thought about it, but then I wouldn't be taking my full rig, which is what the whole LAN experience is about. It's about lugging your heavy crap with you, and you know, this would be like, I feel like it would be cheating almost.
What was it like doing that, by the way? Carrying that for the first time to LAN?
The tempered glass? Oh, so heavy.
Yeah.
Like,
that's how it looks like.
That in itself was heavier than before when I had the Carbide Air 240 with all my peripherals in it. Like, it weighed as much as the old case with all peripherals. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, here's my other question, and I don't know if anyone else was wondering this. What's up with that airflow, man?
Yep. JD brought it up, and everyone in the comments brought it up too. Definitely not going to be for if you're like a heavy overclocker, you know, running really high-end hardware. But if you're running like an i3 or an i5 on stock with a modest graphics card, like a 1050 that pulls from, you know, that pulls like what, 75 watt max, this could work.
I don't think it would matter, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it might run warm, but nothing that will kill your hardware, like well in advance. I think
Well,
sometimes.
do you remember?
What's up?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I talked over you.
I was gonna say I think some people take temperatures too extremely or too far to the extreme. But go on. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say, if you watch, Linus has, I have a whole playlist of really good tech videos, and it's called Tech Essentials. And one of the first ones to go in there was when Luke did testing on airflow and how obstructions messed with airflow.
Yeah, and it didn't.
Made like no difference.
Well,
until he literally shoved like blankets and stuff where it was physically contacting hardware. Like he put a bunch of shipping boxes so that there was no like flow of air.
Yeah.
Like, for looking at it, and it did 0.
Yeah. So that one, I think, because it still had a lot of inlets and outlets, there was some way to get around it. But I think this one, the way it's designed, it is literally choked to like wherever the air points are. So, yeah, that was a really good video though. Cause I remember people saying, "Oh, you gotta do cable management, otherwise your airflow will be messed up." And it's just like, nah.
Exactly.
He put like a stuffed animal and like pizza boxes or something in there.
You're right. That was so. The goal of the video was does cable management really affect airflow? So it doesn't negate a bad case design or a case designed a specific way.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say that that's bad.
I don't know what you can do about this though. People were saying that they had to leave their panels open, like their side panel open. So, but they're also probably running like high overclocked, i7s or something, and big fat GPUs.
Yeah, and I just would not buy that case if that's your goal to begin with.
Yeah, but $50, man. So close to buying it. I'll link it in case. And I don't think I've done an ITX build on the channel. I need to do it at some point. The motherboards are just so expensive.
Is ITX? That's what I was gonna say. Isn't ITX to the point where it's so small that they actually have to charge a premium because of the way they configure it?
Yeah, like from ATX to micro, there's usually not that big of a price difference. But to mini, it's like not only are you losing like PCI slots and stuff like that, and USB. Actually, do you lose USB? I think that's more chipset dependent, but you do lose more features, and it's tiny. And I think SATA, you're limited usually to 4, and then like RAM slots and stuff too. Actually, take that back. I think that's chipset. I might be getting... No, actually, nope. Here's a Z170 ITX, and you're only getting 2 RAM slots. And 4 SATA. Instead of, like, 6, what you normally have.
How many fans is actually on that case? On that case we were just looking at? Oh, you already closed it out.
No, I can bring it back up. Control-Shift-T for those who have never done it.
There it is. So is there only one output? One out?
You mean like a lot? So it comes with 2 fans, one huge one in the front. I don't think it shows a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
Or I think there was one. I could have sworn I was looking at... Yeah, you can see it right there, barely.
So, but there's no... It doesn't really pull from anything other than some small cracks?
Yeah, I think side cracks probably, and the bottom maybe.
Oh, okay. Because what if you had a CPU with all-in-one and a GPU that was a hybrid or something?
Yeah, so if you had that, then I think you might be fine, because actually that one's kind of hard. You'd have to test it. I know what you're saying though, because the heat is in the water, not within the case itself. So that's routed right to the exit where, the radiator is. But you would still need air to be fed to it to go through the fins to cool it down.
True that. So if you had them both doubled up on the back, just zip tie them together so they're both it's just a mess. Anyway, sorry.
Stacked on top of each other.
You've never done an ITX build, right?
I built with an ITX, but it was in a micro ATX case. But yeah, I've never done one where like you actually have to be very mindful of cable management, GPU size, all that stuff. Specialty, small form factor, PSUs, which are also more expensive. It's just so expensive. For what?
Yeah.
Just for a form factor for aesthetics and maybe space saving.
Yeah, space saving. Proper like console size PC or something.
Yeah, Tech by Max, he made a video about a console size Ryzen PC that is pretty interesting. Let me pull that up
Matty
for those
boy.
interested. I don't think he's on tonight, but yeah.
What's a super
Here's
easy
an
way to tell
ITX
that your
build.
bed is awesome?
He's done, I think, quite a couple of ITX builds, anyways. But I'm just too cheap, man.
He's he's probably really busy with school. I was just thinking he's probably getting really busy. It's about to be the end of the semester.
Oh yeah, midterms and stuff.
I don't care about size at all. Like the size of my system is like, it's a centerpiece.
I care when it's too big. Like, full ATX cases, I will never want a full ATX case.
I can see that.
There's just too much extra room, even if you have like a full mobile, you know? Because normally those have like 8 hard drive, you know, racks racks for 8 hard drives. It's too much extra.
I could see that. But like if you think of like showcases and stuff, like they always have like a full build and they have the full hardline water cooling. Like I really like that about it. Yeah. So depending on how, like for me, like how stationary it's gonna be. Like because if you even think the other cases that we looked at when we're looking at cubes, I wanted the 540, not the 240.
Yeah, I know.
540 is just massive. So like I'm just a huge fan of big cases. But for traveling, I mean, it does make a slightly significant difference, especially like because when I do the like short LAN parties compared to yours, the LAN parties that I've been to is the building that we use has an escalator, so when you have to like hold it, it's kind of scary.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so this is what your ideal case. You still want this? Is this at the top?
I mean, I'm pretty happy with tempered glass at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. I think everything should have a tempered glass like equivalent and charge more for it. People will pay.
Oh, they could definitely do that with this case.
Oh yeah. You can I think almost I haven't really seen a case that can't do it except for really cheap low end cases. Just the way that they're built in terms of like the border and stuff, but I think moving forward, I think it's nice that people will take tempered glass in mind or keep that in mind.
Right.
But yeah, and then I showed you this one a while back, right? This thing, the 740.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
This one I don't like the curved kind of. You see how it's kind of curved a little bit?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It looks really weird. It doesn't even look like a carbide air. It's got this handle thing.
It's a Corsair carbide mini fridge.
Basically, looks like a server rack or something.
Does it have handles?
It does not have handles unless you want to carry it by this and snap it off.
Oh my gosh! Please don't do that, people.
Yeah. But
I'm trying to keep up with chat. I have not looked at it in quite a while.
I know nothing about gaming mice, nor do I claim, but $20, I don't know what this Prodigy mouse is. Pretty basic.
I would say that I'm a fan of cheap stuff, especially at Amazon stuff, like the $4 mice that I've bought in the past.
Yeah, same here.
But they don't last. Some of them don't last a while. Like I would say spend at least like
10.
I'll make a video on this, but I'd say spend at least $10 on a mouse because those $10 ones are gonna last you forever.
Yeah, I've had a couple of. I bought one that was under $10, and yeah, that lasted like a year, and then it gave out. And you can feel it too. It's lightweight. It's just like crap material. Is that a good one or a bad one?
This is the one that I bought for $4. I gave it away. I did a giveaway with it as well.
Okay.
I gave away like 5 of them, but it does not work that well. Like. Okay, so all things considered, everything works except for all of a sudden, like, I have to press really hard to click and drag, which for me, when you get that muscle memory, especially when you work on a computer, like that starts to mess with you.
Oh, yeah. Or, like, if you try to do the middle click to scroll down like this, sometimes the middle click doesn't register. Sometimes scroll wheel doesn't register until after it, like, picks up some speed. So, yeah. The
scroll wheel is a big one for me as well. Like, my other mouse, it actually lasted for, like, 2 years maybe. And it was another $5 one. But the scroll wheel goes. And I had to, like, blow on it because it had, like, lint or something. I don't know what happened, but that is another big one. The scroll wheel and the clicking will start to get finicky on you.
So I think that would be where something like this might be worth spending a little bit more. Because I think Logitech, they have pretty good warranties. And, you know, like the Chinese companies, yeah, good luck with that warranty. they're gonna say, "Best of luck. Spend another $5 for another mouse."
Yeah, exactly. It's not worth it. Because then you're gonna end up buying another one, and then that one will die on you.
Yeah.
And then your costs will just exponentially, like, because the one that if you were to just put all it up front, it would stay, and the other chart would go up. Anyways, for those visual learners, that's how it would work in a chart form.
Exponential. Is it gonna reach an vertical asymptote or no?
Oh my god!
Haven't used asymptote in a long time.
I wonder if anyone in here actually even knows what that is.
If they've taken up to, like, I think algebra or geometry, it should have been covered.
What's the highest math you've done, people? Oh, Danny's an engineer. You know he's did it.
For me, well, it depends, right? Because after you get up, it's kind of like side grading. Like matrix algebra, right? That's... How do you compare that to, like, multivariable calculus? They're different, even though what people might say that calculus is harder. But they're just completely different types of math.
That's true.
What's the highest that you've taken, actually?
And then you have theoretical math. So if I would have gone computer science, I would have had to take, like, all of the weird maths. Like, literally weird maths is how I describe it. There's just a bunch of different types of math. Theoretical math, stuff like that. The highest math I've ever taken was AP calculus. That was
wow, really? You didn't have to do any more in college?
Wow. None, dude.
I mean, AP calculus is the first 2 quarters of college calculus, so...
Yeah, it's 1 and 2. And then when you go to AB, it's like, yeah. So what the difference is when I got to college, the reason I picked IT instead of computer science is because the highest math was business statistics.
Oh, man. Did you actually take that?
I took pre-calculus and business statistics, and I was done with math for forever.
Wait, do you like math?
Yeah, I love math. Yeah, I actually really do like math. But I wasn't interested in taking some of the higher end maths.
I like basic math. Like, I like being able to calculate things quickly and stuff. Like, there's a limit. I like geometry. Trig's alright too. I hate calculus and multivariable calculus. Like, the uses of them are so, like, niche and it's just, like, not applicable to the real world compared to the stuff that you learn in high school. That I would rather master the high school stuff so that you can do it really quick, you know, than this garbage that I will never use unless... I guess I'm an engineer, so I do use it a little bit. Just a little bit.
A little bit. But then you have calculators and programs for everything.
Yep, basically. The programs do it for you. Because you're going to do it slow anyways. If you're going to try to do a textbook method, nah.
Yeah, I would write a program. I've done this before where I write a program that does the calculation for me. And then all you need to know is the equation. Or just use a binary search algorithm. Problem solved.
I just use Excel, write the equation, click and drag. It's just like, all right, copy this 20 times. Thanks. Yeah.
Danny, quick maths.
Quick maths.
How much is a good price for the FX43?
Oh, selling?
For selling it. Yeah.
Oh, man. See, I hate selling stuff solo because they don't reap as much.
Exactly. So you're saying combo deal it?
Yeah, combo deal it with a motherboard. Any motherboard, even like the lowest end one that can support it for, like, I'd say it's still worth $60 to $70.
Is that like a dual bulldozer core CPU?
No, it's a 4-core. Well, it's like, I'm not sure because you know their definition of cores and threads were controversial, but it's technically a quad core. There might be single thread each. I forget how it was defined because AMD defined it differently than what Intel would have. So, but it's 4 cores, quad core.
It's quad core,
according to AMD.
See, I would consider that one. Yeah, because there's 2 physical modules, so
it's
yeah.
Yeah, I forget. Let's look it up actually.
Because I had the 6300 and I felt cheated when I realized that it was more like 6-ish cores and not really like true 6 cores.
See, so 4 cores, 4 threads. A lot of people discuss this. I forget. Some 2 physical cores, 2 logical cores. 2 modules with 2 cores each. Yeah, so it's their definition, because you know Intel's is cores and threads.
Yeah.
So I think expect it to perform like a 2-core 4-thread processor though.
That's confusing. How does that differ from simultaneous multi-threading, though? Which Intel would call that hyper-threading. That's so confusing.
How would it differ?
Yeah,
Well,
is it essentially the same thing?
That makes the 2 cores slightly stronger, but it's not going to be as technically as good as a 4-core single thread, right? It's like it gets you partially there to having more cores, but it's not the exact same.
Okay.
It's definitely better. I've seen it. I've used a 2-core, 2-thread G4400. It's bad. So the fact that i3s have hyper-threading is really good. It's like amazing.
Yeah. All right. Is that it for deals? Do we have any more deals?
Let's see. I forgot to search hot deals on Build a PC sales.
Okay.
But
and I have another suggestion too when we're done.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh man, I was so close to buying this, but I was so lazy to buy the adapter because all of our cameras use SD and not micro.
Right.
But dude, this 128 gigs for $30. I don't.
It's insane.
Do you know what the going price? Wait, how big is your SD card?
I think I got a 32 gigabyte. I got a pretty small one, or maybe I got the 64. What did I get? 32. Let me check right now.
I think this is a good deal. It might be a little over exaggerated in terms of the price because it definitely was not 161. But I think people can make use of this. So let me get this link so I can post it. Yes. So normally these are going for $50 on Amazon.
eBay has good refurb deals on memory cards. I would add that. I got a 32 gig. One thing to keep in mind though, especially if you're going 4K, the speed matters. Like on that one, it's a 1U. This is a 3U, which means it's guaranteed at 90 megabits or a second, which is important.
Wait, what's 1U? 80 or what is it?
I think 1U is not like it's just barely fast, like 48 or something.
It's good enough for 4K though, right? It's just the bare minimum.
It's iffy. Like, so some of them you'll see people complaining that it's not truly like, so the U just is the rated speed that it's guaranteed. So it can boost up and some people have success, but it probably has to do with how good your camera is compared to, so.
Okay. Oh wait, so here's a question because I did not look into this past after I bought my memory card. Because there's like the class 10s and stuff too. So there's classes and U ratings.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
It's confusing.
What do I have? Let me see. Where's my camera?
Because it used to be as simple as get a class 10. It's the best.
Yeah, but now these U ratings. I have a class 10. Oh, I have this thing right here. This exact one. There's no U rating.
Oh, dang.
But I think it's USA. Oh, it is right there. That one, I think. UHS.
Why?
1?
But it's U. Yeah. I wonder if it's the H that makes it different. Like it's UHS.
Yeah.
But it says 80 on it, so you'd be good for 4K, I'm pretty sure with that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I get the T7i, I'm sticking to 1080p for a while, but
128 gig is huge.
yeah, it's just I do find myself frequently having to empty it, which is a little bit annoying. I would like to keep it for like 5 or 6 videos before I have to do that.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah, do you empty every time?
Every time.
Oh,
I like putting the footage in the folder when I know which video I just edited.
Oh, I copy it, but I just like having a copy just in case something happens on the computer side, Yeah.
I would lose all my assets though, so I'd be devastated anyway. Like my Photoshop files and stuff like that. I need to put those all in the cloud.
Yeah. Oh, cloud though. Speaking of cloud, I was just talking to my coworkers today about it, because unless you got like a Google Pixel, which gives you like a ton of free cloud storage, cloud is kind of expensive. Like, depending on how much you want to back up, I would be backing up over a terabyte worth, a couple of terabytes. So it's like really expensive at that point.
Okay, so there's a deal that I'll bring up since you brought that up.
All right, let's go.
It's risky. There's a company called Zoolz, Zoolz, and they're offering a lifetime subscription to their cloud service for a one-time payment of $50.
Zool? Zulle?
ZOOLZ.
Oh, ZOOLZ.
Yeah.
Oh, cloud storage.
So they have, I think it's either 2 or 4 gigs. They run on Amazon servers, which if you don't know what that means, it just means that it's a 99.99999% uptime and redundancy, which means there's no way ever that you'll lose your data. I mean, unless like the data center was completely destroyed by something.
Pricing. Okay.
So that you have to find the deal on another website that sponsors the deal, but it is a lifetime.
Is it
4
this
terabyte
plan?
of hosting.
Oh wait, no, this is unlimited storage. 4 terabytes, you said?
Yeah, I think it's 4 terabytes.
Okay, so they don't have it on here, but it's in between.
It's not listed there.
Here and here.
Zool's. I'm just gonna Google Zool's $50 deal.
I love how this says pricing, and then they don't give a price.
Here it is. I'll send a link to you. It's old too. So it's 2 terabytes. So you get a terabyte that is quick access storage. So think Google Drive. And then you have another terabyte, which is called cold storage.
It takes longer, yeah.
It takes longer to retrieve, but it's meant for like backups that you're probably not going to mess with.
Okay.
So like if you're backing up your computer, you're probably not going to touch that. Hopefully you never have to, but it'll back off to cold storage. So for those of you who don't know pricing, cloud generally for a terabyte is going to cost you like $100 a year. So
yeah.
Roughly a little under $10 a month minimum for like a terabyte of storage. But you're getting 2. One that is quick access, like your own personal Google Drive, which they have their apps for it. And then you have a terabyte of cold storage, and that's one-time payment of $50.
The only thing is that because it's limited to that, right? Once you fill it up, what are you gonna do? Get a different cloud storage? Like
that's probably what they're probably thinking. Like, well, when people run out, they'll have to buy more space or something.
Instead of like, but since I'm cheap, right? I wouldn't want to go to their more expensive plan. I would want to find another deal from a different cloud storage. But now my data is gonna be split. So yeah,
yep.
I've been thinking about it, but haven't pulled the trigger yet.
I'm thinking about possibly starting a new account, a free tier account on another website like Mega. So a big thing with Google Cloud Storage is they do have their policies that like they have access to your information, which is most people are not cool with.
Yeah.
Mega is more like a for us by us type thing where they are big on their encryption and how no one can see your information. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who really, really like your privacy, they have good deals on that as well. So anyway, sorry, we got off on cloud storage, but
no, you're fine.
Yeah, so I've looked at a lot into cloud storage lately, and there's a lot of deals like this. Here's the takeaway though, with Zool's, with a one-time payment, and with a company where it doesn't have a huge name like Google or Amazon, there is a chance that their business will tank, and then they'll just delete all of your information. Like they won't care because all Amazon does is flip a switch, and that where your storage is, it just turns off, like just gone, instantly deleted.
Yeah, that's why like something like that, it might be wise to go either with Google, Amazon, or Backblaze, which Gamers Nexus actually talked about earlier today.
Backblaze.
Yeah, Backblaze is the one that releases the quarterly and annual hard drive failure rates. The one that I mentioned in my video that you can't really get any information out of because even though they publish those, they still don't give a good rule of thumb as to how long they'll last. It's all over the place.
Oh, I see.
But
no, never mind.
Yeah,
I've seen they sponsor a lot of the tech tubers, don't they?
I think I remember hearing it. I just don't remember who specifically.
I think Tech Deals is sponsored by Backblaze.
Backblaze is a little bit pricey. I looked into them because they're like one of the most well-known ones. I'm gonna just do the external hard drive for now.
Yeah, that 4 terabyte though.
Multivariable vector calculus. That was somehow I did good in that class, but I don't know how. It's so weird, like the concepts of it. Like, was there equations of planes in calculus?
I don't remember. It doesn't stick out to me though.
Okay.
I remember doing a lot of the actually we did a ton of trigonometry in calculus.
I don't remember doing that.
So in AB I remember doing a ton of like trigonometry equations.
You take the AP test?
Yeah.
How'd you do
Let's
on
not
it?
talk about it. Let's not talk about it.
Well, let's talk about our AP test scores. Did you take AP US history?
No, I should have though.
Okay, I got a 1 on that test, and that's the lowest you can get. You can just
no
write
way.
your name. Yeah. Oh man, I hate history.
You know, I just noticed something though. Just to talk about you and I.
Mm-hmm.
You liked geometry. You liked trigonometry.
Mm-hmm.
I hated geometry and trigonometry. I liked like obviously like arithmetic, but calculus and like what's the other one? Algebra. Those types of classes where they're like where they're like not. I didn't like shapes. I didn't like calculating shapes. But on top of that, you didn't do well in history. But I'm gonna guess that you did really really well in calculus.
Oh, I did well in calculus, not on that test though. Like I did something about the AP tests. I think I got a 2 on that test, which is
no way.
the second lowest score you could get. Yeah. That probably meant that I did not really understand calculus until I took it in college, like the second time, and then it like, cause you can do homework and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean you understand the concepts, like.
Right.
Yeah, you're good at following example problems and mimicking it, but yeah.
What was your AP versus college experience though? For those people in the chat who might be having to make that decision, would you say AP is a good idea or just take dual enroll classes if it's offered?
I'd say dual enroll because you have to do your normal classes at school, and then you have to take the test, and if you don't pass it, you don't get the credit. Whereas if you can just go take the dual enroll class, and you just pass the class. There's no like final big test at the end that decides your fate. You
right.
know?
Exactly. Yeah, you get like double the. They for some reason market AP classes to be college level classes. They're so much harder than college. They're not only harder.
I think they're more work and time. Yeah, the homework and stuff. The time commitment, I don't think is worth it.
No, not at all. And if
Not
you
a
want to
good
talk
return.
price to performance,
Yep, about to say price of performance.
You get free college with, like he said, there's no risk of possibly not passing the class after all of that time and effort. And the other thing is you can take twice as many courses because AP classes last a whole year, whereas you can take dual enroll courses
just one
semester.
quarter. Yeah, or oh man, that's so weird because you had semesters, we had quarters, so we had up to 4 different sessions of classes.
No way.
Normally you did 3 quarters and took summer off, but I've taken summer quarters before. So you would do like 4 different stints of, groupings of classes, which was a ton of midterms and finals. That's the only bad thing about it.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, good point. Someone said you have to pay for the AP exam. I mean, I know you have to pay for college classes, but still, I think it's definitely worth it. Yeah, you had to pay for the exam. I forgot how much it cost. We were too poor, so I got it waived.
What a rip. What a rip off. They're just squeezing it.
And
see you, Gerard.
I think you have to get like a 4 or 5, right? For it to count as college credit.
Yep. And on top of that, they might not be transferable credits.
Yeah. Whereas if you take the community college class, you usually need like a 2.0, I think. That's considered passing. So,
like if I would have taken AP computer science, I would have absolutely loved it. And I would have taken it for the experience alone.
Yeah. Because did they have computer science at your school, or it was only AP?
They had regular computer science, but they emphasized the AP computer science class.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. He's going to be right back. iPod Pro wants me to say his name out loud, so there you go. Dual enrollment costs more, but it's basically guaranteed to get the credit. Yeah, that's a very good point. I didn't dual enroll, though, because I didn't want to split my time to go to the college and like have to drive there and then drive back to campus. Because you couldn't just only take college credits. You still had to do your core classes at high school. So that was one factor, me being lazy, and I think that was mostly it, being lazy. And the whole high school experience, I guess I wanted to experience that without diving into college early. Let's see. Kids get bonuses, $100 if they get a 4 or better. What? I have not heard of that, but it's been a long time since I've taken AP or. Where can you get GTA 5 for cheap? Well, there's a whole bunch of CD key sites, which I'm. Let's see, game deal. What? GTA at G2A is only $20 now? Is this like the Russian copy? Or like the Chinese? Oh, yeah. That's not in the US. Probably Kingwin. $25 available. Keep in mind, if you do buy a cheap GTA key, it's not you can't activate it on Steam. You have to use their social club, which is a bit more annoying. One of my friends had to do that. Oh wait, Lee, do you also have to do that?
How did I buy it?
Is it a part of your Steam?
Think about it on Steam.
Oh, okay, during a summer sale or something.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Oh, you know what it was? The $50 build. Or sorry, the $100 build. I was forced to buy it.
Okay, but you got it on Steam?
I think I bought it. No, I think I might have bought it on like a.
Did you launch it through Steam? I guess that would answer the question, because you couldn't.
I think I.
Otherwise,
but I feel like it makes me log in again after I open it on Steam.
It usually auto logs in because it does open up the social club, but it's automated if you have it on Steam. Lenovo
so then, yeah, I did buy it on Steam. It costs like a quarter of the build, just for the game. So okay, Danny, question.
What's up? Yeah.
For those people who are buying systems or who are planning on upgrading, myself included.
Yeah.
Would you say it's better to look out for combo deals, or would it be more cost effective to actually find the individual parts, specifically motherboard and CPU, together or separate?
Lately, I've been seeing it separate because usually the combo deals, they combo in some of the higher end like Z270s, I guess, and like X370 boards and stuff like that. And for me, I just want to be able to overclock with the lowest end overclockable board, which is what I discussed in the video. Like, just give me something that can overclock at the lowest price.
Right.
So then you can usually find those for really cheap, like B350s. I bought one recently that was like $40 after rebate. And sometimes they're $50 with no rebate, and they're always $60 for B350. So you can pair that with any of the CPUs and come in at like, I don't know, a little bit over $200.
Yeah, exactly.
Intel's a little harder to say though, because there's like a lack of motherboards right now. So some of those deals are actually pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was going to say was a couple weeks back we found an Ryzen 5 1600X with an X370 board for $260 after rebate.
I would hop on that.
Oh my gosh. Because the thing is that kind of deal, you usually see the B350 motherboard. But here's the irony here. One benefit that B350 or the X370 has is that you can SLI. But the thing with SLI is you're not going to get the performance that you would with a Ryzen CPU with SLI. Like the balance with Ryzen CPU plus SLI, unless you're using it, I guess, for rendering or something, it makes a lot less sense than just going with Intel.
Yeah.
Because you're at that point of high end now where, unless you're piecing together two really cheap GPUs or something, you're going to get capped out in your frame rates.
Does anyone, besides like all those, high-end tech tubers and stuff, does anyone in the chat SLI currently? And what cards do you SLI if you do? Because I'm
Good question.
I really want to see how much you spent on those cards versus buying like a 1080 or 1080 Ti.
That's a really good point. Because I remember like the Crossfire 480s, which you can do on a B350 motherboard. So if you want to do a Crossfire, you don't even have to worry about it. But Crossfire 480s was a big deal because it's like, is this even better than, you know? So they were comparing it to higher end cards. But yeah, so anyways, that was a random thought. Just like the piecing it together, you can get good deals on even those higher end motherboards when they're pieced together, I found.
Yeah.
But then it's like, is it even worth it? Like, because what you get over the B350, if you're going Ryzen, is some extra features that you'll probably not use. Like for me, I'm probably never gonna use an M.2 drive.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that lately. I was like, man, when am I gonna finally throw in like an M.2 or NVMe and like have it those Dell SSDs we got, man. They're still 2.5 inch.
It's so cheap, and the performance difference for me is negligible.
Yeah, I mean, what would you be transferring? Because you want it for the read-write speeds, right?
Right.
But where are you going to be transferring from? Let's say your SD card from your camera that you just recorded, like, your
right.
4K footage. Yeah, you're going to be bottlenecked by that USB 3.0 slot that you have.
Exactly. Bottleneck.
It would be if you're transferring from hard drive to hard drive, which I don't know how often people do that to justify spending that much more.
Well, then you'd be bottlenecked by the spinning disk drive, which are probably what you're going to be using to store.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're transferring from NVMe to NVMe,
Yeah. Like if you and I were full-time, there's a good chance that we might have dedicated NAS systems and that we'd be sponsored. Hello. Because some of these people don't buy, like, they do buy some of their hardware. I don't want to discredit that. But
yeah.
The higher end stuff, they're given.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And they just have stores of it, which comes in handy for them for their purposes. And like Ed from TechSource gave a bunch away, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's like you're going to have a bottleneck. And let's say you have a NAS too. Like if you have the money to throw out on these faster drives, maybe if you're doing it full time, you'd want to do that. So like if we were full time, yeah, probably would have like an NVMe drive, whatever. But you'll be bottlenecked if you have a NAS by your network connection.
Yeah, no, TechBarman actually brought up a good point. I totally forgot about this. Probably because I always scrub in 1080p. But editing high-res footage. But can you just do that trick that you were talking about where it downscales it while you're editing and only output it at 4K? Unless you need to look at the details when you're editing.
Well, you have two. Yes, so there's that. Like for someone like Marquez Brownlee, he got an 8K camera specifically so that he could get 4K zoom shots. Like, but the trick is that you can do one of two things. You can actually do a combination of the two. There's a proxy, which is when you lower the resolution while you're editing it. And there's also a optimization where you actually downscale it and then work directly on the downscaled video. And then when it's rendered, it transfers.
Yeah.
So you could do both. So because when you're editing 4K, let's say your proxy only goes down to a quarter resolution, you're editing in 1080.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4K zoom shots.
4K zoom shots, my goodness.
Like I want to be able to crop any frame of this so that it's also 4K.
When you zoom in, I guess because we haven't played with it, we've only seen it through YouTube, which, we're limited by our own resolutions and stuff. Like, when you shoot 8K, I'm just imagining, like, when you zoom in to make it equivalent to, 1080p, does it look grainy at all, or, like, if you took the one segment of it, like, one portion of the 8K to fill up the correct size 1080p monitor, like, does it look like you recorded with a 1080p camera?
I would say yeah.
I mean, it should in theory, but just my mind can't wrap, I can't wrap my mind around it because every time I try to zoom in my crappy 1080p footage, it's like blurry and noisy.
Yeah. It's like, how do you even fit that many pixels in that? Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, no, I think so.
Yeah.
Because I've seen, like, it's kind of like Ansel in real life where you take a screenshot and they can just zoom in and it looks like you're just there.
Wait,
like,
what?
In your normal screen. So like the big claim to fame with like the Ansel screenshotting technology is you could take a screenshot of a game and the pixel density of the screenshot was super high.
Wait, Ansel, how have I heard of this? Am I just not?
It was one of the big things of the 1000 series cards. I think it might be backwards compatible on some of the cards. I don't know. So you could take a 360 screenshot and it was super high resolution.
InShot and view in 360. Whoa. Wait, so it already applies that what's it called, DSR or whatever.
Yeah, I think they call it HDR or something. Wait, DSR? Refresh my memory.
Dynamic scale resolution, where you can, like, if you don't have the monitor, you can still get what should be equivalent of higher resolutions.
Oh, good question. I actually don't know.
But wait,
Oh.
I have not.
Oh, is that how you upscale for?
Yeah,
that's how you
that's how I
upscale
test, because I don't have 1440p.
No, but it works, and I think we've determined that that's super accurate, right?
Yeah, I've looked at side by sides, and I could not tell the difference.
There it is, right there. That's the example.
Well,
so, like, this is what Marquez Brownlee does with his camera.
Yeah. Wait,
like,
so
the fact that you can even see words on the pages is miraculous.
Is it actually, like, is it, enhancing, like in CSI, where it adds it on after the fact, or is it actually capturing it in the full detail? Like,
That's a good question, because the game would have to actually be rendering that far.
Yeah, which I think it does. Like, technically, you could, walk up. It's all there in 3D space, right? In our computers, if you think about it. It's like, those Halo games where they used to just save the files, where they would rebuild everything and show you the replay. I mean, it's all technically there for you to grab at any point in time.
Oh, you're right.
Like, you could technically... Our cameras are limited to how far we can go forward and back, but in 3D space, it exists when it's rendered. So, I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
But here's the difference, I would say, from a programmer's perspective, is they're actually saving, like, a text file with a bunch of instructions, and then when you play that replay, it's just re-rendering it with the instructions.
Yeah, and it makes it a smaller file instead of than having a video file. Plus, you could also run around and look at it from different angles, which was really cool.
Right. So is that what Ansel does? Is it just takes an instructional screenshot or something? 'Cause that'd be genius. Yeah. It seems like it'd be really difficult to do that, though. You'd have to literally start a portion of the game. So I'm guessing no. I'm guessing it's just a really amazing screenshot.
Mm-hmm.
How is the original, like, 46,080?
Give me one second.
How's that, 10 times 4K?
40,000, 46. Yeah, like 11 times. Or maybe it is 4 times, because it's not exactly rounded up.
Wow, that's a huge file.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Well, I should be able to do this, so I will try it.
Wow, you can read the text. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
Mr. 1070 himself.
Why does it only say 1080 here, though? I'll look into this. This is actually pretty interesting.
I'm pretty sure I looked it up for the 1060 and that said that, because $87,000 for downscaling. Yeah, exactly, JD. Oh, man. I'm about to buy an RX 580, 8GB for $150. Nice. That's a sick deal.
That's a really good price. Holy.
Yeah. They're going for like 250 sometimes for the 8 gig.
Yeah.
And 200 for the 4 gig. So that's used.
That's about their normal price. Okay.
I've seen them for like 280 brand new, but I guess you probably find them other way, especially, well, I don't know. Ooh, more RGB.
This one is for inside your computer, though, so it's a little bit more expensive, which is unfortunate, right? Because, like, the other one comes with, like, a long strip, and it can't be used in your PC, and it's half the price.
Wait. But it is possible that your PC has RGB headers on it, your motherboard, in which case I think you can use the attachments that they give you, or buy your own attachments, I guess, because 30 meters or whatever.
Yeah,
does that equate to like 16 feet?
But when you have to fix on the ends, because you'd have to have enough of the things included, which I forgot if they included or not. Because you could just cut them up, like, into tons of pieces.
You're essentially buying an RGB spool.
Uncle Bill said, "Don't forget to bang that thumbs up."
Oh my god!
Nice use of wording. I like that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so it doesn't look like we have any Twitter deals, and we were originally planning to stream Destiny 2, because Lee and I both have it, which would have been really cool, but I don't think we'll have time, because I actually got to get going soon, like in 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. And I don't even know what to do there yet.
Oh, yeah. We should have alt characters, because you can have multiple of them. but all the characters that
Okay.
we only play together, so that we're always in the same story part of the mission.
Ooh, sounds good to
and
me.
then our mains, because my main's already max level, but yeah, I do want to start an alt though.
Did you transfer
Did I transfer?
a character over to Destiny 2? I heard that you could like import
I didn't play Destiny 1
characters.
because I didn't play console.
Oh, yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Because I heard that if you did import a character, that you actually got, or if you didn't, you got different dialogue for the intro.
Oh.
Or like extended dialogue, I guess is the right way of saying it. What on earth? Have you seen this?
What's up?
Hardware Connects tweeted a minute ago. This insane looking Titan X.
Is it the Star Wars one?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, I think Tech Bank actually said something in Discord today that it's the lightsaber one.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, it looks insane.
Yeah, the $1,200 for a special edition, either green or red. So it's supposed to look like, I guess, kind of lightsaber-y. Yeah, limited edition
wow.
Star Wars.
Fancy.
Wait, am I not following Hardware Canucks? I should be.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm logged into
my
Twitter.
goodness.
Wow.
Wow. You can't blame YouTube for that one, Danny.
No, I think Twitter has done that too. Or wait, and yes, I thought I would be following Dimitri or Hardware Connects. Wow, there's something off with that because I've seen, or maybe I just never knew about it because everyone retweets and likes their post, so it still shows up on my feed, and I didn't realize that. But wow, now I'm following them, so that's good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, everybody's following
I'm just
them.
giving you a hard time. That's fine. One is red and one is green. Nice. You can pick which side you're on.
Yeah,
They should have a blue
except
one.
they need an RGB one because if you're paying $1,200, how's your graphics card not have RGB? What's up?
I have to go soon.
Okay, yeah, we can wrap it up soon. It's 7:17, so a couple more minutes, or you need to go right now.
No, it's fine.
Okay. I'm not following Fractal Josh either. I don't follow everybody on Twitter, because if I did, I'd be... If you follow everyone, I think you would easily have like 1,000 or so following, right? I try to keep it limited, though it doesn't mean I don't check them out from time to time. It's just in my feed, I'm very specific as to how many followers I want to have, so it's just not flooded. I do like Fractal Josh, though. He makes a lot of cameos in, Bitwits and Jay's videos and stuff like that. And I think Lee is helping his wife with something, so... I think we are going to end this soon, so there's no game streaming tonight, but we just hang out. He barely tweets. Yeah, there's also a thing, too. I found that I followed people that barely tweet, so... I don't know. I just don't want to have, like, a huge follow count. And as you saw with the Hardware Canucks thing, I still get plenty of news from all the people without following them because they do show up, like, when people that I follow comment, retweet them, like them, stuff like that. Good luck with the 1060 heading up tonight. Anyone know? eBay is going to be the best for DDR3 ECC RAM. I think that's where Lee got it.
Yeah, eBay.
Oh, you're back.
There's tons of it. Yeah, sorry. I had myself muted for a little bit. Yeah, it's a lot more expensive than when I bought it, but it's not as bad as it was earlier this year. So,
Yeah.
especially depending on how much you're wanting to buy. Let's see. Ooh, a G4400 to 6700K. Nice.
Oh, that is a huge upgrade. Like, so big.
The 4400 was before the
560.
650, 4560. Yeah,
All
I
the-
always get those.
All the KB Lake 4000 series, yeah.
Man. That's an insane
I
upgrade.
actually have a video to make about that because I still have mine from that $250 budget all new parts build. I got it for so cheap that it's hard to sell it. Though at one point miners were buying it like crazy because they just need like any CPU to run their rigs, and it was the cheapest option.
How often does someone come to you and like, hey, I need a new PC, and you just sell them one that you already have built?
Every so often, every few months maybe.
Okay, I see you.
And no, I've been holding on to a lot of stuff though. Like I have a lot that is probably depreciating, but not to the point where it's worth less than how much I paid. So
right.
When it gets to that point, I'm gonna like sell ASAP. But it's just I don't know. I like having stuff on hand, be able to do whatever I want with it.
Have your own LAN party. Don't even need to bring a system.
Just like guys, I'm hosting a LAN party. Just come with yourselves. That's it. I got the peripherals.
Oh yeah.
Actually, wow, I could probably host at least 4 or 5 computers based on the TVs I have. Extra keyboards, extra mice, stuff like that.
That is awesome. Do you still have your Pixio monitor?
I do, yeah. It's kind of because it's a 32-inch curve. It's kind of hard to use. Like, I'm not gonna make my main monitor because that resolution is not good at all for productivity. And I haven't had time to game as often. And like with Destiny 2, I would rather game at ultra wide than at higher refresh rate. Like the extra real estate, you can see way more.
It's gorgeous game.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
So good.
It's beautiful. So, they do need
the feels.
Wait, did you play Destiny 1?
No. Okay.
But the music, you can just I still get a Halo vibe from it, Like playing through the first missions and stuff. It reminds me of Halo, which is from the same maker, so of course.
Bungie made the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So they went from Halo to Call of Duty, huh? They're pandering to everyone.
Hey, what does Bungie make? That's a good question. Did they go to Call of Duty? Bellevue, they're in Washington, so right down the street from me.
Well, I was saying because Destiny 2 is Activision, which is Call of Duty. So like switch the franchise out.
Well, isn't it still Bungie at its core or no?
Is it? I don't know.
Well, see, here's Destiny 2. So this is kind of like, you ever like look at the movie credits when they have like what is a producer versus director, executive? So I think it's similar to that. They might not have produced it, but they might have directed it or something like that.
I see.
And Activision's in there too. Yeah, I don't follow that too much, but I think it's that's what's going on.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah, no, see, Destiny 2 is under their developed games still for Bungie, so.
Interesting. That's confusing. I guess they can play well together when they need to.
Yeah.
Oh no, it still says developers. Oh, it was just published by Activision.
Yeah, so that means they didn't do anything except help, I guess, market it on the Blizz, Battle.net app thing, because Activision and Blizzard are the same thing. Yeah. Yeah, so...
That's weird.
Publish, develop, produce.
What?
What's
Blizzard
up?
bought Activision?
I think it was the other way around. I forget.
Activision bought Blizzard?
Yeah.
What? Dude,
yeah,
this is news to me.
Activision Blizzard is they are one now.
What?
I need to look at who got who though.
That must be why I like their game so much. Of all the, unfortunately, years worth of time playing games, Activision and Blizzard, which apparently are the same company, have taken up 99% of that.
It says it merged, so it's not like, I don't know. That wording makes it seem like it was mutual.
Oh, in 2008. So yeah, this was even after I started playing Call of Duty for Serial.
I don't remember that happening in 2008. What?
Wow.
That was almost 10 years ago. How could I have forgotten this?
It is 9 years ago.
I think,
4 years have passed.
Yeah. I think it's because when they did it, it didn't affect any of the Blizzard games. It actually didn't change anything even up to now, so it's not as noticeable. But wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Which, By the way, we mentioned that on Twitter that the classic version of WoW's being released. Did you see the new trailer for the new expansion?
Yeah. Oh man, I don't like Anduin. He looks too much like a young Brad Pitt still. He does not look intimidating like his dad did. So like he looks like a little boy. I mean, I know I look like a little boy, but that's different. I'm not leading the Alliance army here.
If you want to call it an army, but yeah. Just kidding.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I'm excited for Battle for Azeroth. This is one of those, I think, side expansions. You know how sometimes they have like a Earth-threatening one, and then they have a Mist of Pandaria one. Then they go back to like a Burning Legion one, and then now I feel like this is a side expansion.
Gotcha.
Where it's not like a universal cataclysmic destruction type deal, you know?
Yeah, it seems a little underwhelming.
It does, but I think they have always delivered on every expansion that came out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
what is the premise like? I'm trying to think I'm trying to think if I've watched the cinematics for Legion.
I have not. I'm not caught up in terms of what they did at Argus and like all that stuff. So I don't know what happened at the end, but it's kind of going back to the original Orcs and Humans, or like they're fighting on Azeroth against each other. None of this spaceship stuff, none of this out of this world stuff is back home. It's
back, yeah. So full circle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is it canon? Is this all canon?
No, I mean this is all new. I mean, I don't know what would be. It's gonna be added to the canon because technically canon is Warcraft, Orcs, and Human, but they've been developing since Warcraft 2, then 3, and all that.
Well, because I knew up to Pandaria, everything was part of Warcraft, right?
Pandaria was part of Warcraft.
Right, well, and then after that, Pandaren, yeah. Yeah. Because I knew that Lich King was obviously a storyline, and then Pandaren and people existed, but like after that, did it kind of go on its own thing?
Warlords of Draenor. I mean, that's time travel, so it's to places that existed. It's just an alternate timeline. Yeah.
Retcon.
Yeah.
Retconned everything, like X-Men did.
Yeah. I might play Battle for Azeroth though. I've been having a WoW itch that private servers have not been. Actually, private servers might be going downhill now because of this classic WoW thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Unless
there's an expansion one.
Yeah, because there's a lot of still the top few are either the latest expansion or surprisingly Wrath of the Lich King.
Yeah.
Cataclysm has some following as well, but
yeah. But I think Vanilla has the top following, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think in terms of raw number, I don't know. I wonder if the combined total of all the rest of them would be more or less than just the classic WoW servers.
Mm-hmm. Well, you would have to compare only one server to another server, right? Like, or one group that hosts it. Because I know some group hosts multiple servers with different progressions.
Right. Yeah. It's true. Because some of the ones that have a classic server might also have an expansion server.
Yeah, but still, I think like Elysium and Nostalrius and all those other super huge, the classic 1-to-1 servers, those had like thousands, like 10,000 at a time.
Or would they be called Blizz-like? I'm not sure why I'd
Blizz-like, yeah. We don't look into these private servers and things at all.
No. I don't even know what a private server is. I have a private server in my room. Oh, wait. I meant I have a server. Anyways.
Yeah, not incognito. Wait, what? Is that a different conversation?
It's different.
No, but...
Oh, man.
I think by the time the classic servers come out, official Blizz ones, I'm going to be 30 years old. So if I have a kid, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to play that.
Isn't this weird?
Yeah. I want to play it.
Well, I wonder if the people who would actually appreciate it are even going to be interested in playing it by then.
Oh, I think so. Like, there are so many people that I've heard talking about it. Like, they might not have the time to play it like they did, but they'll be interested. They'll at least tour it and, like, try it.
But what would they get there that what they wouldn't get just going on a private server?
Oh,
Other than the fact that it's legitimate and
no, they won't ever be wiped. Private servers sometimes get wiped when they get a cease and desist.
Oh,
That's the biggest thing.
So,
So many people have lost progress on private servers when they get a cease and desist notice.
so you're saying that by the time Classic comes out, they're gonna start mass shutting down some of these Classic private
Even if
servers?
they don't, you know, with Blizzard you're safe. Like the private servers, a lot of them go corrupt because they have some kind of microtransaction stuff, and like they just shut down because of that, like drama. Blizzard will be there forever. So.
But what if you just wanted to poke around a little bit? You didn't really want to invest too much time.
If you want to poke around, then I guess private servers, but it would be hard to find one that was exactly Blizz-like, you know? They usually have multipliers. They don't give you the same experience.
I need to check. I'm pretty sure my account's still around. There's no way they deleted it. They probably have it in like a hard drive that's in like a bunker or something.
Well, or someone hacked it and sold all the gold, deleted your characters and stuff like that, which is what I think happened in mine.
Oh no, is that what when you revitalized
I tried to revitalize it, so I've had like 3 different accounts by now. Well,
did you have an authenticator?
I did not, because I was too lazy to always have it. No, but also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, remember when they didn't have like a Blizzard all-in-one account? It used to be separate accounts for each of your games. That was when I had my first 2 accounts actually. So
wow.
They weren't integrated into this whole one giant account.
Yeah, where you'd log in on the launcher.
Mm.
Oh no! You'd still log in on the. You would log in on the game itself, but you didn't have to log into Battle.net to launch it.
No.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
Good times, man. And you'd have to be queued because they didn't have. Their servers were limited, so you'd be like 100 in queue. And like,
it was really bad when WoW first came out. Oh my goodness. I remember some, like, hour queues. That was horrible.
I'm gonna miss my raid. Sorry, guys. You're gonna need to go on without me. Split the loot. Split the loot, comrades.
Yeah. Get that DKP.
Oh my gosh. Gotta get my tier 2 on.
Oh, man.
Man.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Because, like, when you play vanilla, before they, like, you know, had expansions and stuff, if they keep it classic forever, you don't ever have to get reset to crap gear. You can get the best gear and hold it forever and be the top without an expansion wiping out all your progress.
That's true. Because you'd spend weeks to months getting the full set of whatever that tier was, and then the next expansion will come out, and then all the blue gear is better than your gear.
Sometimes the green gear was better than your
yeah,
gear.
Yeah. That's what happened when Cataclysm came out. All of my gear was replaced with green gear, and I was like, what happened?
Not only
actually, same with Wrath.
It's ugly, and it just doesn't feel as epic anymore, you know? You lose the special feeling.
I know, but then they introduced Transmog.
Oh, yeah. Transmog was an awesome thing.
I quit before Transmog was a thing, so I never got to experience the glory.
Yeah.
Because then you could go and run old raids just to get the gear, even though some of those old raids are really hard. Because by the time you're in I played Cataclysm. By the time you're in Cataclysm, you're not strong enough to solo some of these characters because they have millions of health.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to be able to run the whole thing by yourself. Oh man. All right, so shall we wind this down?
Yeah.
Thanks, chat, for keeping it real, and for all of those who are sharing good deals and also sharing the Discord server, which is at chat.comtv.tech. Danny and I are both moderators.
And yeah, again with the keeping chat lit, and we actually had a lot of viewers today. We had almost 90, which we haven't had in a while. So thanks for everyone who stayed the whole time. Thanks for whoever dropped by. Viewership was awesome, it worked out perfectly because we saw tons of great deals today. Yeah, but if you know, when we don't have these streams, because there's 7 days out of the week and we only stream for 1 hour of those days, just go on Build PC Sales and Slick Deals. Like, you'll find everything you need there. It's pretty easy to navigate, and get yourself deals throughout the week, because we can only tweet so many out, and we sometimes miss them too.
Right.
Yeah.
Which we'll usually tie in the end, which we haven't done this week, but it's been kind of light lately. But Craigslist deals, so the Slick Deals and those other ones, except for B-stock, those are usually new parts for new. New parts, deals on new parts. But there's also a whole different other way of doing it with Craigslist local searching. That has more to do with knowing what your budget should be.
Mm-hmm.